Hello, fellow fumblers, and welcome to a very special Christmas finale episode of what? Oh, you guys are just making all kinds of crazy faces.
Yeah, we're just hyped, dude.
We're just excited.
Very special holiday episode, our finale. Today we are reviewing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, movie released in 1989 and directed by, let's see if I can get his name right, Jeremiah S. Chechik, I believe is how you say it. But without further ado, my name is Adrian.
I'm Jay.
I'm Taryn.
Hey, it's James.
All right, let's jump in to our shots.
Yeah.
And today we all have our very special custom film fumbler shot glasses.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you.
Debuting
Merry Christmas, debuting.
these bad boys.
Hopefully available for retail purchase soon, but we'll
Audio listeners, you're just gonna have to order it to see it.
just gonna have to
We'll
order.
keep you updated.
Cheers,
Cheers,
brothers.
guys.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Boy,
Woo.
Oh shit.
is a lot of-
shoot. Sorry.
Ooh, tequila. Ooh, what's the difference? Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus.
I have to mention this.
I love it.
This is my Valhalla Vineyards drinking horn that Taryn got me. Thank you, Taryn, for Christmas. Appreciate
Very
it.
nice.
It looks
For the
amazing.
video
Yeah.
watchers.
You gotta see the.
wondering.
You gotta see it in person. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, audio listeners, you gotta just go to our Twitch, subscribe, and watch the VOD, you know?
Watch the VOD on YouTube. YouTube.com.
It's free. Kind of.
It's free. Did you shoot that tequila, James?
Twice.
Why?
The second one. I did it twice.
How is it?
I
Yeah,
got
how is
the Rudo Artesanal Tequila.
I haven't tried that one. I
It's
think
good.
our friend Frank.
It's actually quite sweet. It's on
Really?
the sweeter end, I thought.
It's got a sweet.
Wow.
Yeah,
cap,
at
too.
the end, it's like it's kind of honey-ish little. Well, I mean, it's
Mm.
probably
Yeah,
it's probably agave, but
Yeah.
it's got a little lucha libre cap. It's pretty fucking cool. I actually think
Cool
it's
bottle.
the coolest bottle I own right now.
Oh,
Cool.
Nice.
All right, let's jump into National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So, this is my very first time watching this.
What?
Yeah, I know it's like such a tradition for so many people. Blake in chat, our good friend Blake was saying, like, oh yeah, like every year Christmas Eve is what we watch. And let me just say, like, this is the perfect Christmas Eve movie. Like,
It really
just
is.
really gets you into the holiday. I watched it yesterday, which was Christmas. We're recording this on the 26th. So I watched this on Christmas Day, and I was like so ready for Christmas. And then I came to the stark realization that Christmas had came and went, and I was very sad. But
It was a whole year away.
without
I
that,
know. Yeah.
that twinkle of sadness. But yeah, have you guys watched this movie like multiple times? Or
I've seen parts of it from either just like YouTube or memes or whatever, but I've never actually seen it the whole way through until last night.
Oh.
We also watched it yesterday
Yeah.
on Christmas.
Mhm.
And if you put National Lampoon in front of the name and you kind of have an idea of what you're getting into. So I went in with that mindset. It's probably the oldest National Lampoon movie I've seen. To me and maybe to all of us, just because of our generation, National Lampoon equals Ryan Reynolds. Like, what was that movie? Van Wilder. That was like the big one when I was growing up.
Oh,
that they
like
had out.
the equivalent. I see.
No, he's in them.
What?
So like
Oh.
he
that was
was the face of.
A Van
is
Wilder?
what is National Lampoon's? Like,
So National Lampoon is a magazine. It's a
Really?
humor magazine out of Harvard.
Like Mad TV
So-
kind of shit?
Like Mad, yeah. Mad
Kind of,
TV.
Or Mad, yeah,
Um,
whatever. the
Mad
magazine.
Mag. Mad Mag.
It's Harvard has a magazine called Harvard Lampoon. This came out of that. Notable comedians to come out of Harvard Lampoon include Colin Jost, and that's the only one that I can know that I know.
And
off
that's
the top of my head. Yeah, include. Here's one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more, but that's the only one I know off the top. But yeah, so they are a magazine and spun out of Harvard. Yeah, when I was growing up, Van Wilder was like a big one. It was Ryan Reynolds before he did Waiting, before he did those movies. It was just like really ridiculous, slapstick, off the cuff humor stuff.
Yeah.
And they get more raunchy as time passes.
And that's what I thought. I thought National Lampoons was almost close to like a Playboy or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And that's
Like
that's
Animal
that's
House
what
and shit. I don't know.
I don't know what I thought, but when I grew up, I was like, oh, National Lampoons. That's definitely like
It's like the
you're seeing some titties.
American
something's going
Pie equivalent to like our generation, right? Like that's like
Yeah,
the last
it's-
generation
Oh,
version
I
of American
see.
Pie.
on.
Exactly what James said is what Van Wilder is. You're seeing some titties. It's like a college. It's a guy in college who has terrible grades, but he has all the friends and he gets all the girls, and that's the like shtick of it. So that's with that in mind, I went into this movie at that level, and this is not that, but it does have its moments of like really.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
in
Oh,
its
yeah.
infancy, right? Like it's like pre
Yeah,
what it's
I don't
trying
know
to
when it
become.
started.
which is
National
weird.
Lampoon. Let's see.
feel like it
Started
was so
in
they could still get the-
1970.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Like the
So-
year
Still
1970.
get the PG-13 rating on this because
Wow.
there were some parts where I was like, whew, we're getting dangerously close to some.
They showed more thigh than I was expecting half the time.
Dude,
I was
that-
like,
yeah.
wait, I
Oh.
was like,
The
that's
one-
basically
so
ass, right?
The one scene, yeah, where she lifts up that skirt or that
Where he's
dress.
shopping.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot believe. I can't believe they went there. I was like, what is the
Yeah.
rate?
we went from a high thigh slit to straight titties in Van Wilder. So
Okay.
Yeah.
progression.
There's a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
so
you
you
go.
guys kind of first time. I've seen it like the full way through a couple times, but it's one of those movies where it's just on
Yeah.
and you see the scenes, you know the thing,
Yeah.
but then you watch it, you're like, I don't remember this part. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Mhm.
My dumbass was waiting for the vacation the entire time.
That's what Jordan did. Jordan was saying that
The
too.
fucking game. And I was like, oh wait, okay, so if you guys don't know, this is like the sequel to Vacation, which is an entire different movie with the same set of
Family, right?
main
Family.
family, right?
Oh,
I think the
fuck, I didn't even
children
know that.
I think the
Oh my God.
children changed throughout all the different vacation
Mm.
movies with the names.
But it's
But
still
the
Chevy
original-
Chase and-
Still Chevy
It's still
Chase and what's her
yeah,
face?
it's still his name is
I really-
Cornelius, by the way. His real name, Cornelius Chase.
Oof, no
Which is
wonder he
such a
changed
cool
it.
name. But what? Cornelius,
Beverly
dude?
D'Angelo.
Anyways.
And then Randy
But-
Quaid is always his like cousin or brother or
cousin
something,
Eddie.
right?
Yeah. So
Cousin Eddie.
so that was the original, and then
Yeah,
this is this. So I don't know. I was just waiting for an actual vacation. I was just like, still
Yeah.
just
Wow.
Christmas.
Yeah, I was.
Well-
and I kind of thought I was just like, oh, is it just like that they're off of work, so they consider it
Yeah.
a vacation? Like,
Winter
Yeah.
break or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
winter
what I
break.
thought.
That's kind of what I
Or
thought. I
it's-
didn't realize it was like a kind of like a sequel or whatever.
Or it's like vacation for everybody else, but not
Exactly.
necessarily them.
Not Sparky.
Sparky. Cheers. Did you guys play the drinking game?
Oh,
We played
yeah.
the drinking game.
Me and Jay
Oh,
did that.
I didn't. When you sent that in chat, I had literally just finished the movie, and I was like,
Dude,
wish I
it's
did.
kind
Yeah.
of brutal. Like it's
It
like
is
I
rough.
just started it, but I was like, I'm not gonna drink alone. but it said Christmas a million times, and I was like, oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
what were what's the criteria?
yeah.
Like,
So
drink each
the
other
main
Christmas?
two, it was like if you tell me someone says Christmas or someone calls, what's his name, Rusty, whatever.
Rusty.
Whenever they call him Russ, every time you heard Russ or Christmas, I was like, oh Jesus Christ. And there's like some sentences where it's like, I hope this Christmas is the happiest Christmas, and it would be like multiple like that, and be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
Don't you agree, Russ? And you're just like, shit.
yeah.
To be fair, those were optionals. Those were extras. If you want to have more
Yeah.
fun, it said.
Oh, we're there.
Um,
Shit.
There was every time that Sparky is called Sparky, you drink
Mm.
instead of his.
It's a couple
what was
times.
his- what was his real name? Clark.
Clark,
Every time Clark falls or gets injured,
pretty
you would
often.
drink. Every time Clark unknowingly interferes with or ruins the neighbor's things, you
Oh.
would drink.
Dude, the
And-
waterfalls.
There was waterfalls, yeah. So the drum roll, there you would
The
waterfall during
whole
the drum roll,
time.
Oh,
which is
really?
long. Yeah,
So
and
long.
then you would waterfall during where he goes on the rant after getting his bonus check,
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
which is long and
Dude, that's
hilarious.
Dude.
Yeah, drinking Trulies, I was like, my throat is burning from this carbonated
Yeah.
water. Oh my god.
Wow.
And then the other drinking rule was when they mentioned the bonus check, you drink. And then there was
Ooh,
another
so-
one that we didn't do because I literally cracked the Truly,
Oh.
and it was finish your beer when they do the Pledge of Allegiance at dinner. And she just went into Pledge of Allegiance, and I cracked the Truly, and I was like, I'm not doing
Mine was
this.
pretty neat too. I was like, nah. It was fun though. The amount of Christmases and shit, I was like surprised. I was like, all right, cool. We're
Yeah,
doing
this-
it.
Yeah.
Roughly 3 Trulies worth of rules.
Okay, that's like
so-
that's like reasonable. Like three
Yeah.
Trulies.
Not bad.
What's the runtime? An
No,
hour?
145.
But
Oh,
I
okay,
finished
so-
the first Truly in the first like 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
So that'll
first
get
10
you.
minutes is a lot.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
Um,
fun.
That does sound really cool. But this movie was very, very perfect for our finale because the other 3 movies we did Die Hard, we did Home Alone, and we did Edward Scissorhands. Those movies, I feel like, are Christmas movie. Okay, Die Hard, we're not gonna get into that right now. But the Christmas movies, but like
Christmas
they happen around the time. Like this movie, there is no question. Like
Yeah.
Christmas thrown in your face. The entire movie is about Christmas. So it was
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
so perfect to wrap it around.
Even more so than Home Alone in a way, right? Like
Yeah, I was
this is
questioning
like
myself.
specifically.
I was like, does that movie happen on Christmas? I actually don't even know. After watching it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not super clear.
Christmas Day is at the end, but I think it's Christmas Eve.
When they get
And
back, you
maybe-
mean?
Mhm.
And maybe even before that, yeah.
Hmm.
Because when they get back, it's like the Christmas miracle for him
Yeah.
For Home
that
Alone.
his family was there. Yeah, for
Yeah.
Home Alone. But in this movie, I don't know. Is it Christmas Day? This movie, it's like a bunch.
I mean,
of
it's
days,
like
right?
the week leading up
so,
to,
The-
and
the-
the,
the-
main part is
Yeah,
Christmas.
the cool thing about it is just the Advent calendar, which
That
is
is
like
another part
Yeah.
of the
it
drinking game.
opens up.
Oh yeah. Every
Oh,
time the Advent calendar is shown, you drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was such a good way to pace it out and to just
Yeah.
kind of
I
Yeah.
agree.
because it just gets you. I feel like so this is a great movie to watch Christmas Eve, but I feel like even maybe like 3-4 days before Christmas because it really just puts you in that mindset because that's
Mhm.
I feel like there's so much about the holidays and especially about like Christmases and like whatever kind of thing you're looking forward to, like a vacation. It's almost more exciting before it happens, you know, because you're looking forward to it.
Uh-huh. The
And this
anticipation.
film is all about like looking forward to Christmas and like trying to make it live up to this
Mhm.
like crazy grandiose expectation that I feel like we put on things.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like
Yeah.
it's like a
Very
whole
positive.
week or two that the
Yeah.
family
They
members
start on,
stay at
like,
the house.
14th. Yeah,
It's
they start on the
crazy.
14th or something. It's like 2 weeks before Christmas.
It's like a long time for a
Right.
family to stay over. Kind of.
Which is some, but
Oh,
like
totally
that's like the like big thing is like he wants to have the big Christmas party at his house. This is like the first time he's
Right.
ever gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then and it like kind of solidifies when he's trapped up in the attic and he's just seeing like
Oh,
the
yeah.
nostalgia of Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that like I don't know, do you guys get that feeling every time Christmas comes around? It's this weird Jacqueline said that little bit of sadness around
Yeah.
Christmas. It's you're fucking old now. You're old and the music makes you sad for some reason. Even though a lot of Christmas music is really happy, but like some of the I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, like you're just like kind of like dreaming,
Yeah,
you
and
dreaming,
it's just
like,
like-
Yeah.
and that's what this
Yeah.
has that little bit of sprinkle of sadness. Then you're just kind of like, I don't know, just the nostalgic
Dude, thinking.
feeling that comes with Christmas in itself is like really huge in this.
Yeah, thinking back
Yeah.
to when you're a kid and you believe in Santa. And
Yeah.
you got those home videos of you being like, "Oh my God, he came!" And there's a bike in your living room.
Yeah.
This
I
shit
never
encapsulates that all that.
Yeah. My parents never taught me about Santa. They believed in capitalism and that you work hard for what you
We
get.
bought you
and-
this.
Yeah.
so
I
I
let no
never, I
Santa
never.
take credit for this.
So, two things.
You want to send me
I didn't work no 60 hours a week. I'm Santa to take credit.
Yeah, so we didn't have the magic.
Yeah.
The magic was dead. That's probably why I'm dead inside. But I still have that sad. I don't know. I still have that like. I don't
Yeah.
know that
That
feeling.
felt
There's
sad,
always that
That wintry
feeling.
vibe, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like you're just. I
Yeah.
don't know. Something about the season.
We definitely had home videos. They were never film reels, but they were, they
Oh, yeah.
existed. And
On the camcorder, yeah.
yeah, I think that this even the opening, right, is them going to pick out the Christmas tree, which
Mhm.
I've never
Which
done.
is
what they
crazy.
did,
Yeah,
which
never.
is like go into
Yeah,
the mountains and
yeah.
pick one.
I've had a
But
real
that was
tree
a
like.
great
Sorry, go ahead.
that was a great scene. Like
That's so funny.
the whole thing is ridiculous. The whole getting there is ridiculous. And then they get there, they find the tree, and it's got the like light shining on it, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
The
Yeah.
extra
Yeah.
CG that they like, the bad CG that they threw,
Yeah.
everything was just so perfect. That happens like multiple times,
Yeah.
and it's
It was
so.
Yeah,
great.
it's 89, right? 88. Like
I,
that's
I feel like it was intentional, like intentionally bad, right?
Yeah,
like, it was just like,
intentionally
how silly that
cheesy.
is, like
But
Yeah.
the whole like just the comedy that they use in this movie really hits me in a good way because
Yeah.
it's perfect cuts. It's like Dad, did you bring a saw? And they're like, oh fuck.
Just ripped out of the
And then the
ground.
cut is to the whole tree pulled out all the roots
hanging over the
station
car.
wagon.
Yeah.
That's amazing. As soon as
that's
I
what-
saw that, I was like, yes,
It's
I'm
like
in.
slapstick
Yeah.
done very well.
Yeah.
It's because like the nuance of this movie brings like this weird relatability to it. Like your dad, not to say that my dad is a road rage or anything. Like your dad like racing somebody like in that first scene. Like something
Yeah.
about this entire movie feels like all too familiar.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is because like tons of movies try to replicate this weird awkward family dynamic. I don't know if this like like you always kind of it's a trope at this point. Like if you're trying to do this in a movie, like you've already seen this before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's like so weird and familiar about this movie. It feels very close to real life.
If we want to dive into that a little bit, like we're talking about again, and I don't know if this counts for the Fumblers, but John Hughes makes his re-entry. So John Hughes wrote Home Alone, wrote
Oh yeah.
all those other classic 80s movies. And him and Chris Columbus worked closely together to do all kinds of things. And it's basically like this team of people that cracked the code for like Christmas feel-good family movies or whatever. And what I was thinking about when I was watching it was like, because they pumped these out. This was 89. Home Alone was like 90 some.
90,
Like,
yeah.
90.
Yeah.
So they must be like, you're
Sort of
filming
backlog.
all year. You're filming maybe multiple years, but you're in Christmas mode the whole time. Like that's kind of crazy to me. How do you stay in that mindset
That is
for
true.
years
Yeah.
and pump these
Yeah.
things out? And not only pump these things out, like they could be bad. They could be like just Netflix one-offs, but they're not. They're like staple movies in the
Yeah.
genre, and you hit them back to back to back. Like, how do you do that?
You
Crazy.
you
think
must
it's
you must
money.
just love Christmas, man. You just
That's what I
you
was
just-
thinking.
you
Do
just
you love
fucking-
Christmas that much?
You love the magic of Christmas. Like it's just crazy.
Do you love
That's
it enough to
interesting.
capture these moments and make you and because it turns right on some level there is a money play involved, but
Yeah,
like
well, okay.
they've reached so many people, these movies they blew
Yeah,
up.
they are
right?
ingrained in people's lives, whether they know it or
Take-
not.
Oh yeah.
Take the alternate route. What about these directors that strictly stick to horror things? Like, are they fucking sadistic and like,
But
they
like,
just fucking
I
wanted
feel
like,
like-
see blood and gore and
sure,
shit all day, like for years and years, and like
horror's
like
more
that's like
You think these are the opposite
Horror's
of
more
the horror
nuts.
guys?
Horror's more like generalized.
I
Like
was gonna say, all the time is better than Christmas and cheer and joy all the time.
no,
It's like,
I'm
I'd
saying
rather
horror
see
movies are
blood
more.
and guts than Christmas cheer.
You
There's
can watch
variety.
horror movies
There's more.
whenever. You're not gonna watch the fucking Grinch in July,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's the half. That's the halfway point.
Sorry,
to Christmas,
March,
dude.
April, fuck.
Christmas
something.
in July, dude.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
But you
I'm
know what
not-
I mean,
I'm
right?
not gonna
Horror
do that.
movies aren't a holiday. They're like a genre. Christmas movies, you watch them during Christmas, then that's fucking it.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm not gonna put it past Jordan to watch The Grinch in July. So
Hey, whoa. The Grinch is
All right,
great.
so we have to
Right?
say
It is
honorable mention. Grinch almost had it
The
for
most
the victory
honorable. God damn it.
for what we were going to review today. So it was
Yeah.
between National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Grinch 2000 with Jim Carrey. We had a vote in chat and it won. This movie won by
Why
one
one?
vote.
one vote.
Imagine voting for this movie. Just kidding. I love this movie.
No, this movie was
I voted for this movie, but I also watched The Grinch. If you guys want to talk about it, we could.
I was just gonna
I
say.
didn't.
I was just gonna say. I
I
watched.
said I would.
we could do a quick rundown.
Of course,
I watched Christmas Vacation, and then right after, my girlfriend and I watched The Grinch. So we watched like
Nice.
one after another.
I feel like
and-
there's similarities in the humor.
There are, and all right, hot take maybe. The Grinch is. It's crazy because The Grinch is a lot newer, but I think The Grinch is more timeless. I would argue, and I think that also it's more easily accessible to like such a wide audience. Obviously, right? Because it's a PG-13. You know, Christmas Vacation. There's like
13.
no
Well, the
Christmas Vacation.
Grinch,
Oh, I was
the
like,
Grinch
And the
Jim
Grinch,
Carrey is newer, but the Grinch concept is older.
Right.
True.
Yeah. But it's just easier to watch. I feel like The Grinch can reach out to so many like different people, kids included and adults. And Christmas Vacation, I feel like is a little bit more geared towards adults. Like, to be quite honest, I feel like this is
for sure.
more of a movie for adults. I don't
Yeah.
think kids
Yeah.
would really enjoy this, other than maybe the getting slapped in the face with a plank kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
it's slapstick. It's slapstick. It can.
that-
it can
yeah, it-
transcend.
I
but
wonder.
the
I
actual
wonder.
message, I think The Grinch is like,
I think the
But that's
the-
where it's like it transcends. So like Christmas Vacation is has that foot up is that it has adult themes. But I know you guys say The Grinch has all these crazy jokes and stuff that adults get to. I don't know. I just can't get over. I can't get over. I love Jim Carrey, dude. I really do, but I can't get over. I'm the Grinch. I hate it. Oh, it's so bad. I
gosh.
can't do
Nah,
it.
it's you think it's wow.
this
Well,
isn't
it's
a
not. We're
Grinch
not talking
podcast.
about this movie.
It's not.
Anyways,
I'm
I
Jerry-
want
sorry.
to put a stop to this now before we go down a whole.
I feel like
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation has more adult stuff in it.
I think it's totally geared more towards. We were just talking about this. We graduated from side thigh to full titties. Like, it's definitely adult for the 80s. You're not gonna let. Well, okay, unless you're Blake's family. Apparently, you're not gonna let your kids watch it. Probably.
Mormon, by
Yeah, but
the
if
way.
they do, it's probably okay because
No,
it's
but
not.
Blake's a
also the thing-
Mormon, dude. He
doesn't
actually,
even
this
know
is
why.
actually like this is like probably the most raciest film he's ever seen.
This is
Which
your
is why it's his favorite
one chance of
movie.
the year
Oh,
to
it's
see
great.
some skin.
He's like, "Dude,
See some skin.
Christmas Eve, I'm gonna get to see some side boob. Yeah. But yeah, and this is true. Released in 1989. Like, I feel like parents were a lot more lax in 1989 than
For
they
sure.
are
Yeah.
today.
I
So
feel
it's
like-
just this is like, hey, close your eyes, Timmy. There's gonna
Yeah.
be some close to nip.
Yeah,
Close
that's
to-
probably-
I feel like
Well,
even
I was
even
I
the
was
neighbors,
shocked.
I
Heart
feel
racing a little
like
bit.
Oh, the neighbors.
even
dude,
the
the
neighbors, I'm like, the kids understand why this is funny, probably, I guess, but like not fully,
Let's
I guess.
talk about these neighbors. They
know?
came off to
Yeah.
me as like these like Eurobeat like sex craved like,
Julia Dreyfus.
which was cool that she
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were just a weird. It was just a weird like juxtaposition. Them and
Yeah.
Chevy Chase and family, right?
It's like the actual
Totally
adults
opposite.
in the 80s or something.
Yeah, Chevy Chase and crew had in-laws on cousins. The house was stacked, and these people had nobody. It was just them two. They were doing what they wanted to do. They didn't have kids. They didn't have much. Well, they had a lot of stuff, but they didn't have much going on for Christmas. It didn't seem like they hardly really cared.
Like the young
They obviously
hipsters,
moved
like
away
young
from their families and shit.
modernist hipsters. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a really interesting, and the cuts where they would just randomly be shown were kind of weird.
Yeah.
You guys get that?
Yeah. I felt like I was just like half the time I was like, what does this fit in with the grand scheme of the story? I mean, even if you want to call what is the story of this movie, that's what's like so strange about this movie is that it's just like, what is the story? I don't know. It literally just entails like a few days of this family's life. That is just like kind of fucking weird, right?
I think it's about like the big story for me is just trying to live up to the holiday expectations, because like we all hype that up so much, like there's this, it's the same thing when you go on vacation. Like that's why I wasn't here for the Home Alone vacation, or excuse me, for the Home Alone episode, because I was out on vacation, I was out of town. And like there's just this expectation to have a good time. Like you have to have a good time on vacation. I feel like it's the same for holidays, where this movie just really encapsulates that, where it's like Christmas has to be the best. It has to be good. You have to come back from Christmas vacation saying, I had this amazing time. Everything went perfect.
Good vibes only.
Yeah. And it's like, and if you don't, it feels like you failed. So there's this pressure where you should be on vacation. You should be just enjoying yourself, but you're pressured into like having it be, you're pressured into having fun, which is such a weird concept.
Yeah.
And this movie like perfectly encapsulates that.
Okay, so I'd never thought of that take, and I think it's fucking brilliant. And it goes back to the fucking capitalism American nature that we have, where you're singing the fucking national anthem at the end of the fucking movie and doing the Pledge of Allegiance as your prayer. Because we're all slaves of the system, brother.
Relying on your fucking bonus
check,
check.
Adrian, I like it. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, we're all fucking bots, guys.
You're relying on your bonus. You're rolling your bonus as part of your salary and counting on it. It's all propaganda, dude. It's all it is. No, but I took the.
Now I really don't like this movie
because it's making you feel.
Bro. It's fine.
It's too real. It's too real.
No, I took the couple because they kind of portrayed the neighbors, the couple, as like the antagonists almost, right? Like they are, in some ways annoying or the bad guys or whatever. And I think when we're thinking about the time frame, right, late 80s, so probably produced like in the mid 80s, right? This is a time where having a family and having this Christmas is like, that's the norm. And if you don't have that, you're weird, right? We're barely embracing as a society the idea that you don't have to have kids to be a family. You don't have to like have this whole thing to be a family. Like you can do this with yourself, by yourself, or with somebody else,
whatever.
Yeah, or even with friends. Like it doesn't have to be blood related, all this stuff. This stuff was like not really mainstream thinking back then. So that's the interesting part, where we can revisit those things from a future perspective, right? 31 years later, and things have changed, which I think is cool. Like that's a good thing. But at the same time, like there's so much relatability in Chevy Chase's family. Like when the in-laws walk in, and they start talking, the small talk is so good. Like one of the grandmas is like, I can't believe I've got hemorrhoids now. Like shit like that. It's so
I've got hemorrhoids.
Yeah. That's
I think the affluent couple is also like kind of push further the theme that this is very much a movie for the working man, like for the the average blue collar worker, because they kind of show that family, or that couple rather, like as very rich and like very well off. Like they have the very fancy stereo system. They have like really modern furniture. I mean, 1989 modern furniture.
But they live in the same neighborhood though.
They do, but also, I mean, like they kind of vilify people with money. I mean, if you think about the boss, like he's completely like this crook, and they like make it very obvious. Like his wife, what's her name? Like Hillary or whatever her name is, like she's just like so like, oh yes, like she has her like very big fur coat, just like, officer, they came in some rinkety RV and took away my husband. It's very like grandiose and like, I don't know, they were, I think they were necessary to like further push the theme that like this is your average Joe like middle class kind of movie that everyone
Yeah.
can, you know.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because there were so many parts where they made it seem like Clark was the last good guy left. Like
Yeah.
there was
Mhm,
parts
mhm.
when he was working where he's like, yeah, I want to use my bonus on this pool for my family. And somebody was like, oh, you're the last family man left. You know, like,
Yeah.
which is weird because I feel like a lot of the working class at this time was working for their families. Like this
Yeah.
was the thing to do.
Yeah.
But maybe
It's-
it was also when we were starting to see like a really big division. Well, okay, I don't know, late
so
80s.
weird,
I
man.
wasn't there. But like,
Yeah.
you know, TV is getting big, movies are getting big. Like you're able to see in more real time it's not as it is today where like I can pull my phone out and look at what the Kardashians are doing right now and like see the disparity. But it's on that scale,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You do know that it's there. You know it exists.
Yeah.
And
Which
it's
is-
portrayed super well. The boss's house
Yeah.
almost looks like the White House. It's
Oh,
yeah.
pillars in front. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Their study full of mahogany and smoke and books, you know, all those things that have become like, you know, mainstay icons of wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just interesting that they threw all these things in. I don't know.
Yep.
I didn't think that anybody was going to think about it in this way as much as you guys all have, because to me, like the ending where, you know, this Scrooge-like character becomes, you know, he's like, oh, it's all a misunderstanding. We should have done this. Once you see the people, you know, everything changes. And I was like,
Yeah, once you
okay,
see the
that's
small picture,
unrealistic
yeah.
as fuck in today's world because
Yeah, it really
actually
is.
would not
Today,
happen.
no, but that's the
could
thing is
be,
that
though.
you say today's world it's unrealistic. It just this movie kind of shows you that nothing under the sun has changed. It's literally what we deal with in today's age
Yeah.
is the same as it has been 31 years ago. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
there's all this disparity within pay and this kind of stuff and the dynamic of trying to keeping up with the Joneses, that kind of
Yes,
shit,
exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
And it's nothing under the sun has changed. That's what's kind of
The only thing that I'm
makes
saying
this
is
a classic, right?
the only thing I'm saying, I agree with you. The only thing I'm saying is different is the head of the corporation seeing the struggle in today's world is not
Yeah.
going to be like, oh, I shouldn't have cut bonuses.
Well, yeah, because you have
Because there's
now,
so much more of a disconnect nowadays.
That was-
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that
It's
was
the
also-
major conglomerate whereas like for me, my dad's my boss. I can talk
Right.
shit to my dad and say, "Hey, look at the working class down here. We fucking
Yeah.
suck and you suck. So give me money." But you talk about Amazon, you could never
Oh,
talk
God.
to Jeff Bezos
Exactly.
as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking truckloader or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Bezos
So,
would have
okay,
walked out
yeah.
the front door and been like, yeah, just kill him. You know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the top.
Who?
They would-
What?
totally different.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He's, is he our boss on Twitch? I don't know.
Not
I don't know
yet.
how this
Not
works.
yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
Oh.
Not quite.
Right.
Not quite.
Oops.
A little
He
bit.
doesn't know anything about it.
Suck my ass.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, interesting that you guys all had a similar viewpoint. From
Yeah,
the-
dude. Because okay, sorry, real quick, so I haven't talked in a while, but like the Christmas bonus part of it hits so hard because I'm like, last year my boss was like, "Here's some tools," and I'm like, "No, motherfucker, give me money. I don't need this shit."
Yeah.
Like it's just like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yep.
everyone experiences that once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
yeah,
It hit really good.
And that's what makes
Well,
me
tools are
happy to be where I'm at. Like I can tell my dad, no, nobody wants this shit. They
Yeah.
want money. Give them money. Give them a
Yeah.
raise. Give them this. Give them that. And that's like what we were able to do this
Yeah.
year, which is like fucking
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
But yeah.
I got a Christmas pay cut this year, so
Oh, nice.
cheers.
Merry
There we go.
Christmas.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Merry Crisis.
We laugh at his pain. Cheers, brother. You
All
know what?
good.
I'll
all
pour
good.
one for you.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm all right.
It's
It's just funny. It's just funny because, you know, people tend to overestimate what they think that they can do in the year end.
Yeah.
Overestimate fact that a year can change things quite a bit, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
If 2020 wasn't a reflection of that, then I don't know what is, right?
Yeah. There's literally nothing
Especially
that
when
could...
you think that you're like, oh yeah, we do this and that, like everybody's gonna get a big bonus, and then you get to the end of the year and it's the exact opposite. You get a pay cut, right?
Yep.
Which just is what can
Yeah.
happen. So the fact that you guys, James, are able to do that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, by the skin of our teeth. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Still counts, dude.
yeah.
Which I think is another theme of this movie. Still counts, right? Especially with
Yeah. Oh,
to me,
absolutely.
the lights was amazing.
Oh
That
my
whole-
god.
Darling, I'm picturing him lit up and it looks beautiful. I was
Yeah.
just like, that's the
His
support
parents
we
are
all
the
need.
sweetest
But
motherfuckers.
honestly, you know that it does too. Like you see it, you just could imagine, and then
Yeah,
It
but
does
it's just
happen.
like, damn, it's like, but that's not the
The extension cords, they're like ridiculous.
in the garage where it's like 30 fucking...
the fire hazard, dude.
God.
That
So
was
great.
so good. So good. But
Dude,
that was
Insane.
that was there was great moments like that in this movie. That really carried the movie for me, honestly, because on some level was also expecting the vacation to happen. Then I realized the vacation was just not working,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now for pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Actually. I mean,
So-
my vacation was literally staying inside of an Airbnb and ordering takeout. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
going out and doing crazy shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I agree, Jay. I think that really carried it. I think what carried the movie for me so much was just Sparky's attitude through the whole thing. Like,
my God.
he was just going through complete, just terrible, like every terrible circumstance that you could imagine would happen to him. And he's just like, it's okay. Like, it's Christmas. We'll
I
make the
think
best of it. You know?
Even more than him is his wife. Like, he freaks out, but
Yeah.
she's just like, it's fine. Like, I get it. Like, good job. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, her
You know what? Yeah,
point
you're
of view
right.
is, like, way
Because
higher
you
than
you could see like the madness,
Yeah.
like,
It's
twinkle
like-
in his eye.
His
He's like,
fucking-
if he's fine, and his house is literally on fire, right? Like that meme. But his wife does do a good job at like staying sane and being like, hey, like, this is a fucking shit show. Just let everyone go home. You know, like,
Yeah.
but
She
still
is-
being calm about it.
She was literally a real one to me. Like,
Oh yeah.
being
Oh,
there
yeah.
for him, supporting him. What's interesting is that we say Clark's attitude through the movie was good, it carried it and all that stuff. Chevy Chase's attitude in real life was
so
not
bad.
that.
God.
He was an asshole.
Is he a piece of shit?
Well, I don't know if
He's
he is
just
in
an
general.
asshole. He's not like a cancelable person. He's just a dick.
Oh, he's just not nice.
Yeah, basically.
I didn't know that.
The Home Alone documentary thing I watched for the last episode,
Uh-huh.
because all these people have come up again, right? Chris Columbus, John Hughes. So Chris Columbus was the original director of this movie.
Oh,
And he had to
Oh.
leave. He had to straight up leave because Chevy Chase was such a fucking asshole to him.
Dude.
Like,
wow.
he was like, I think that, here's an idea, here's something we should do. And Chevy Chase was like, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I'm not gonna listen to you, and fuck you. Like, he was straight up a dick.
Yeah.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
Community? Chevy
Yeah, the
Chase
Community, that's what
is
I knew
an
he's in it, right?
asshole. Yeah.
Really? Still?
Yeah.
That much later?
He's like 100 years old or something. Yeah.
That's the only other thing I've seen him in, and he's way old.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, it feels like Chevy Chase is such a big name. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm.
It's
He's
like a,
stealing the shit from the '80s, but
dickhead.
He's
He's
such an
77.
asshole in Community too that it's just like, oh man. Oh jeez. Like in the show
so
itself.
he literally caused Chris Columbus to be like, fuck this, I'm out. And then I think he swapped Home Alone, which is how the two movies so close together.
oh wow, that's
Sorry,
like
I was gonna
actually
ahead.
magical. What?
I was gonna say, Chris Columbus, didn't we just watch a movie? I was like, did
Right,
we
Home
watch
Alone.
another? No, it was Christmas Chronicles 2
Oh yeah, another one that he
with
did.
Kurt Russell that just came out this year. Chris Columbus directed
Oh
that.
shit!
This dude is just
Christmas
Hollywood.
out, dude.
It's about the Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas Columbus 100%.
Christmas Columbus. Is that what you said?
Nice.
But- Yeah, so I don't know. I've only seen Chevy Chase in this and Community, so
Me
I
too.
don't know how.
and,
is-
Vacation or whatever.
Yeah. So Let's get into a little bit of like the comedy style in this movie. So like we talked a little bit, like the slapstick thing, and I think we kind of alluded to it earlier. I feel like for me, I like as a kid, like you love that. I remember like in middle school, I loved the very animated type of comedians. I think all of us were like Dane Cook fans way back in the day. And then like you hit your 20s and you're just like, oh, like no, 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 no. My comedy is so much more refined. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I need intellectual humor. But now where I'm at now, like, late 20s, I'm like, you know what? There's room for slapstick comedy. Like,
Oh, I
this
think
movie,
definitely room
God, it
for
does
it.
it so well that I
Yeah.
was blown away again. I was like, wow.
yeah.
And it makes me
wonder-
like appreciate like Three Stooges. I need to go back and like look at some of the original slapstick like gods, right? And just
Yeah.
to
The Marx
really
Brothers. I
Marx
wanted
Brothers is a big one, yeah.
Blown
want-
away, Taryn? Blown away.
I wanted
By-
to go on Hot Shots
By
after
the
watching that.
yeah, by the quality of the slapstick, because you think of the Naked Gun, you think of Airplane, like that shit.
Mhm.
Not all of it hits, like most of it does. But I feel like because all of this is Christmas themed, it's just so much more relatable and it's fine. It just works.
Do you so Taryn, you think that not all of it landed for you like an Airplane than it did
No.
in Christmas Vacation?
No, it's just that stuff aged so much more, especially in that, like the Leslie Nielsen stuff, the Naked Gun and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It just aged a lot more because they were dealing with more real life day-to-day things. But I feel like maybe the Christmas aspect is what pushed this over and is like, this is all funny as shit. You know what I mean? I mean,
because for
I'm
me,
I'm thinking of this right now, so maybe
no,
not.
yeah, so am I.
I don't
but,
know.
But when you said
Yeah.
Airplane, because it's like it makes sense to compare
It's
the two, like,
similar
there's, like,
humor.
the same realm of comedy.
Yeah.
I think Airplane was a lot funnier than this. Like I think
I was
agree.
dying in this movie. I don't know.
this movie was funny. This movie was funny
so
for
funny,
sure.
too.
But Airplane, I feel like when the jokes landed in Airplane, they landed like a ton of bricks. I was like belly laughing, like
Yeah.
what the fuck they just said that.
Maybe
kind of-
I think it was more consistent in this movie, is what it was.
Okay, yeah, I guess I could see that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's true. I think that it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to compare on some level.
Yeah.
I did want to say that. Yeah, once you get to like your late 20s, I don't think there's ever room for a Dane Cook in my.
No, yeah, I agree.
But
I
there
brought
was
him
a
up because
point-
it was like the more
Yeah.
animated type of
there was a point where it was funny stuff.
Mhm.
And now I'm just like, Jesus, the dude never grew up. I guess I don't know.
Oh gosh, have you seen? Sorry, little side tangent. Have you seen him lately? Did you watch him in what's that movie called? Fast Times at Ridgemont High rereading
No.
with that was with they did like a script reading and it had Shia LaBeouf. It had like huge fucking names like Morgan
Oh.
Freeman.
I saw
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf and some others in it. I don't think.
Yeah, so Dane Cook was in it. I can't remember what he was doing, but he has had so much work done, like cosmetically. He looks so fucked up, dude. Like,
Come on,
it's
dude.
bad. It's
Yeah.
bad.
I'm sorry, but he's not
Um,
even the guy who should get work done. Like, what's the point? You're C-list at best at this point, right? Like,
Yeah.
right?
Hot take.
Is that a hot take?
take? No, it's not a hot
That-
take.
I
I think he
I
is
mean,
too.
Yeah, he's
Um,
like barely comedian, right? Like he's like
That's what I
borderline.
So James, I'll ask you. We kind of jumped into like Christmas Vacation, like the type of comedy, like the slapstick
Yeah.
ness of this. Where are you?
Does it
sitting with
have
that?
a
Like,
place?
or how do
yeah,
you feel about it in general now in this stage of your life?
I think that's where I'm like really getting hindered in my score of this movie.
Mm.
To be honest,
Interesting.
I'm not really. Well, I don't know. I'm actually really torn about this movie. But the conversations that we brought up here today are kind of shifting me into thinking another thing. But at face value, first glance at this movie, I'm just like thinking, okay, like I don't know. I hate the main character. Like he's this weird scumbag, and like when he
Chevy
gets
Chase?
hurt, yeah.
It kind of
Like I
sucks.
don't know. He's adulterous and he's weird and he's like
He's got a butt chin, like No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I don't hate people with
That's
butt
the
I'm
cute
chin.
joking,
little
I'm joking,
touch
I'm
on it
joking.
every time.
Yeah, they kiss his butt chin.
That was
Like,
a
I don't know.
was a good
I'm just
touch.
I don't know.
touch.
I'm not completely 100% sold on it. But you're talking about slapstick style in the whole, right? As a
Yeah.
whole.
Stepping
I
on a
don't-
plank, getting slapped in the face, and
I
just
don't
falling off the
I don't
ladder.
I don't really mind all that kind of stuff. I think between this and our last movie that was very slapsticky,
Yeah.
which is Home Alone, I think Home Alone did it incredibly
Awesome.
well. I think it did it almost double as well.
Twice as
Two times-
good.
twice as good. Slapstick wise, yes, because
I disagree.
because it was in Home Alone, whereas for this one, there was a reason why things were happening. It was to stop the villains, whereas
Right,
this
right.
guy just had a shitty time, and it's just like
He's just
there's
a
really
doofus.
there's just really nothing else going on. Like it's just happening. It's kind of substance over anything else. It's not. I don't want to say style over substance. It's just like it's this slapstick substance over story, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
You would say.
I could agree with that.
Whereas the slapstick in Home Alone, I think, is probably
It serves the story more.
hot takes in chat. The most iconic slapstick moments in
In
cinema.
Home Alone.
Holy moly.
In cinema.
Guacamole.
Wow.
Where
That is a hot
specifically? I'm curious.
You're thinking like the iron to the face, the paint
I'm
can,
thinking
like,
iron to the
entire
face,
movies,
the
yeah.
paint to
slipping
the
down the
face.
stairs.
Like that's very slapstick to me. Getting shot in the face with a BB gun, like it's very
Yeah.
slapsticky. Breaking or hitting your feet on some broken or what am I trying to say? Fucking bare feet on glass, man.
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
pretty
Yeah.
slapsticky.
It's so funny, all this slapsticky stuff in both movies would it fucking hurt so bad. Like this
Oh yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. You would be fucked up. Like.
Yeah. That's all I want to say.
Well, I feel like in Home Alone you would straight up die. Like
You
the stuff
literally
that happens
would,
in Home Alone,
yeah.
you would literally die. In this movie, yeah, you'd be in pain. You'd be in quite a lot of pain for a while. But James, like, go ahead, Jay.
Well, I honestly thought that I like the humor in this better, and I don't know what to call it then.
Too.
If slapstick is an iron to the face, like I like the things that's like we pulled the tree out of the ground. We, the lights have 1,500,
Oh,
extension
25,000.
or no, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cords
There's
into the
25,
wall.
Yeah.
1,000 lights. There's a bunch of cords in the wall. I like that stuff. I think that stuff is funny.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that is slapstick. That's more
Yeah.
like that just feels
that's
like
clever, like silly.
like
it's just like relatable shit. Like and slapstick isn't relatable.
Like him
You
falling
fucking-
down the ladder and just like you know what I mean? Like sliding down the whole ass ladder.
Yeah.
Or like falling out the fucking drain pipe with the eyes falling through the window. Like that is slapstick ridiculous shit, right?
I feel like the biggest slapstick thing is stepping on the plank.
Yeah.
And the plank smacking. That's like the epitome of.
For sure.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't. I've never read the definition of slapstick comedy, but I feel like
No,
for
it's
me, it's
pretty literal. That you're
getting
right, you're
hit
right.
is like pain. Like
Yeah.
it's
Stepping on a ring.
self-inflicted pain. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Slap it.
that's definitely the most slapstick part of it. But
But
there's
I
a lot
think,
of
like-
stuff in it.
Whatever that is, that's more like in the realm of hot shots and airplane is funnier to me. And I think that's what, like Terrence said, this was more consistent than airplane. I agree with, because it's hard to be of the times with like 60s humor in airplane, 70s, whatever
Yeah.
it is. And but when they hit hard, right? Which
Oh,
is
yeah.
hilarious and good and awesome. But in this movie, I was still laughing. I was audibly laughing. Like it was
I could hear him, yeah. Audibly, yeah.
like it was consistently funny too. Like it did it for me enough, I guess I'll say. It wasn't like the funniest movie I've ever seen, but it was really funny.
It kept you entertained.
Yeah,
Mm.
totally.
And I feel like in this movie, like to touch on James's point, is like, why is this happening? Like, what's the point of like these bad things happening to Chevy Chase? For me, I mean, maybe I'm digging way too
and I
far
don't
into it.
need a point. By the way, like I'm not
All right,
fucking
you know what?
asking
Then I'll
for
go
a
fuck
big.
myself.
No, I'm just. I'm not asking for some very like fucking benevolent fucking reason why
Yeah.
his life sucks. He's just a big dummy, right?
I also
Yes.
think
Anyways,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
know Chevy Chase was like apparently not a nice fucking person. So like I went into this, I was like, oh, I could just love this guy. Like if you guys had your preconceived notions about like who he is as a person,
Yeah.
I'm sure that affected how you watch this movie.
Yeah, his crazy faces were a little more crazier. You know, it's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I was just like I was like, oh, Chevy Chase, presumably a nice guy in my eyes because I didn't know him, and then I don't know, I enjoyed it. And it was,
Turns out he's an asshole.
okay.
turns out he's an asshole, and now I feel bad.
So I feel like this kind of stupid physical humor, I guess it is slapstick, but like this movie does it so fucking well. Like I don't even know how to explain like what I'm feeling. It's just like it just does it right. Like the humor in this movie is very well. I don't know, like are you saying you don't like it, James? Is that what you're saying? I don't know.
I thought
So
I
what
was
are your
I honestly I thought when I saw everybody saying that this is gonna be a Hall of Fame movie, I was like, Jesus Christ, we're gonna destroy their fucking their day. And apparently it's me
No.
versus you guys.
It's not.
No,
It's
no,
gonna
no.
destroy their
It's
days.
not.
I thought the same thing.
Because
Whenever
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was like, I don't know. And then but you know what? Like Adrian's thoughts on the social dynamic of capitalism and I don't know what we were talking about earlier. I don't know. That racked my brain and it made me think, well, I need to come back to reality with this thing. And I've definitely raised some points. I don't know. I honestly I when I was watching the movie, I just towards the end I just felt like I don't know, everything that like leads up to it is like sort of clever. Like one thing leads to another, like when like you know the hillbilly uncle dumps all his methane shit in the sewer and it catches on fire and it
Shitter was
creates a
Shitter was
Christmas
full.
miracle. Creates a Christmas miracle of Santa Claus flying across the fucking sky. And to think of that, it takes a lot of fucking guts. And to create it on the screen
Yeah.
is really impressive. And like that's why this movie's like weirdly torn inside of me.
Yeah, same.
Because like I see where it is, but also it was an hour and 40 something minutes long.
That's not even
Just
that long.
I thought it was a little bit
was
long, where I
long?
was just like, there's like some moments where I'm just like, and, okay, and that was the thing. I was like, this movie's long, but then they kept bringing back these different little nuances and characters that they had before, where it all tied into to the end. And was the payoff worth it?
It ended abruptly, I'll say.
Yeah, I don't even
Maybe.
remember the end.
Maybe. I don't know if I don't know if it. I don't know
I feel
why.
like-
I don't know if the payoff was worth it.
But-
The fucking Star Spangled Banner and the
The
Santa
first thing I
Claus, shit
I
Santa
actually
Claus,
really
yeah.
liked. I was like, this is actually
I
beautiful.
know,
All the
I know.
police
The
just,
cops
like,
joining in, that shit
know,
was
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, okay.
which was really funny. Like the cops coming in, like it was just like this shit is coming full circle.
smashing into the windows, you know, just so
It
ridiculous.
comes full circle, but I just felt like it was just a little long.
I feel like
Some
maybe
parts were awkwardly long, like
Sure.
like fuck, like we get you don't like the uncle, your cousin, like that was too long. Like
the eggnog
some of the-
scene shit.
the eggnog scene.
Sure.
By the way, did you guys notice they all had he had like Bullwinkle?
Yeah, that's like
Oh.
that's like a
he had
fucking
Bullwinkle
famous
and he
like
had
gift
Tasmania
now.
Tasmanian devil.
That's like a famous
Coffee
gift
mug.
set you can
Yeah.
buy now. Is the fucking Bullwinkle?
yeah.
It's like branded as the Christmas vacation mug. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
I
I
thought
think,
that
But I don't know.
I feel like the
For-
drinking game made it go fast. That's all I'll say. That's probably
Yeah.
why it didn't feel so long.
That could have been
that probably helped. That scene in particular was funny to me because he just started fucking with all this stuff and like breaking shit.
yeah.
Yep.
It is funny. It is
His
funny.
dog and shit. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, his dog. What is his dog's name? Snot or something?
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Oh, I forget.
The ending, like, so just to touch on the ending, James is kind of like alluding to it. Like for me, it did feel rushed. I think Taryn kind of said that, but it also just felt like contrived and just like well, let's just like quick, let's just write in a happy ending. And it was like, all right, like we'll get the boss there, and the boss will be like, oh, you guys are a happy family. Here's your Christmas bonus. Here's 20%. Merry Christmas. God bless America. And it was just like, wait, there is that it? Like, is there? There's
Dude,
no catch. Or,
yeah.
you know?
I could
But then there was the. Go ahead.
I could have sworn the ending, the boss didn't give him it and like made some other bullshit up, and that's when he gave his crazy fucking vulgar speech.
Rant? No.
No,
And like it
before
didn't have a
that.
good ending, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I
No, it
said
has
as
this
much as I
good ending
thought.
because okay, so there was the side conflict where the redneck cousin, whatever he was, the redneck uncle, had his children, and they never got anything from Santa Claus.
Yeah,
and
there's
there's that
dude.
there's that classic smidge of sadness,
Sadness.
Yes.
crisis, sadness, Mary sadness.
As Clark was about to MB real quick. on the
Yeah, and
window.
so like I feel like the
Wait,
because
what?
remember they were saying that
The
something
little
about
girl was like, I don't get no gift. Yeah.
Oh, MD.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, the little girl didn't get any gifts,
Yeah,
and
I figured
and
that.
homie butt chin face
Clark.
guy,
Sparky.
Sparky,
Clarky.
Sparky.
Clark.
He was like, Santa Claus is on his way from New York City, and then he made it happen at the end of the movie.
It was true.
When, like you saw Santa, so like it was like
Yeah.
that was your happy ending.
Yeah.
Which is what it was.
And getting that-
For the kids, fuck yeah.
I think like the thing that bothered me about it though was like there was a point in the movie where everything went to shit. They didn't have anything like I would imagine half the gifts were ruined too from the fucking key
Yeah.
exploding.
Oh yeah.
And like it was just like guys, like that's not what Christmas is about. Christmas is really about family and being together. And then it was just like, but also money. You also still get your bonus, and like that's what made it like that's what made him so happy.
Equals happiness.
You know, so it's just like, oh, you're so close, but
Yeah.
I mean, it, you know, it's still good. I don't know.
No, I think I thought that it ended well. I thought that it made me hard. It made it made me hard. It made
Wow, holy shit. Okay.
I really no. It made it hard to hate Clark because he did the best he could with everything that was thrown at him, especially the kids that had a rough go of things. Right,
Yeah.
tried to give them a Christmas.
Yeah.
He welcomed this motherfucker into his home. What was his name? Cousin Eddie.
Bought him a bunch
Yeah.
of dog food. Like, Jesus
With
Christ.
the
Oh.
dogs. Oh yeah, this totally does it.
Hilarious. That's a good
That was
scene.
good, dude.
That
That's
was a good
what
scene.
I love. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like he did try his best, and this was brought up in chat, but like it does showcase the stress that comes with family during the holidays and all that stuff. And I thought that was
And he lied that his wife was dead.
Yeah,
Great
that was
guy.
Great guy.
Great guy, by the way.
Oh, the Santa hat and
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
oh,
But by the end,
funny. I
He
think it
was
just
fucking
funny.
trying to masturbate out the window to like I thought it was like a recreation of
and
Fast
the-
Time at
Ridgemont High, yeah.
Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa! I was like, I've seen this before.
Tommy
Yeah,
I've
Boy.
never seen the movie, but I've seen this before.
Yeah, that was.
I wrote
You haven't
that.
seen Fast Times? Oh, dude, we're gonna get into that.
It was a
later.
joke. It was a
Wait.
joke.
Oh,
Wait, who
okay.
has
There
it?
was,
Jay has it?
there was a joke in there.
I think we've all seen it.
No,
Oh.
I said I've never seen this movie, but I've seen this scene before. And I've actually seen it. But no,
okay.
I see.
All right.
eh,
We
Okay.
what?
you ready to get into these reviews?
I'm just
Some
saying
more
we're about
behind
an
the
hour
scenes
in.
shit, bro.
No, we can get into more stuff. I just want to let you guys know we're about an hour in.
All
So,
right.
Taryn, what are the behind the scenes shit? Chevy Chase is an asshole, apparently.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining
and his
Why?
character in the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't trust no one with a
adultery
butt
is
chin.
funny in the 80s, all right? Come on.
Yeah, that shit was real awkward nowadays. His son, dude. You guys recognize this motherfucker?
No.
Little Russ.
Oh,
Every time they say Russ.
Oh, cheers.
He's from like the Big Bang Theory or some
Yes,
shit.
he is. He's the main guy in the Bang Theory.
The main guy?
Yeah,
The
with the
Bazinga
glasses.
Theory.
The Bazinga guy?
No.
No.
The other guy. He's in
No,
the
I
Big
don't-
Bang Theory. He's also Darlene's
not Sheldon.
boyfriend in Roseanne. You guys watched Roseanne as a kid? I watched Roseanne
Oh,
as a kid.
I did watch Roseanne as a kid.
He was Darlene's
I never
boyfriend.
watched-
The girl
Okay.
that looked like Eddie Vedder.
Dude,
Even
Guns N'
Fro.
Roses poster.
the boss, when I saw him on screen,
Yeah.
I was like,
His voice
Bill-
is so recognizable.
He looks like Bill Murray, dude.
What is he from? No, what's
"Bill
his
Murray's brother, dude."
That's my
Oh,
brother.
for real? Are you
For
kidding
real.
me? I didn't look it up. I was like, this looks like Bill Murray, but it's not Bill Murray. And then I was okay.
Also,
Now I'm hyped.
What
Now
else?
I'm like,
Also,
wow, that's
also.
cool.
other shit?
Also-
Frying Dutchman in SpongeBob. Adrian, you got that?
Oh my god, that voice! I was like, that voice is so
So
recognizable.
familiar, yeah.
So
What's his
fucking
name? I don't want to slam
Brian
him.
Doyle Murray.
Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill Murray's brother.
Okay.
that's so cool.
The only other thing that I learned tonight, the music, Angelo Badalamenti. Anyone in chat? My fucking boy, the guy who made the
Twin
music
Peaks
for
boy.
Twin Peaks, the guy who
Really?
made the music for Mulholland Drive. He made the music for this fucking movie. I did not know that, dude. Holy god,
Right.
That's
Wow.
very different things. That's
Yeah.
very different.
that shit is iconic, bro. The music he made for Twin Peaks
Mulholland
is
Drive's a
literally
Lynch
iconic.
movie?
Yes, both made by the same director. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, bogey.
I did not know that till tonight, and I am stoked as shit on that. That is cool.
That was cool.
All right. Are we ready to jump into the?
Let's do it.
Let's
I feel like
go.
We're so fumbly at this point. We're 2 shots deep.
We are 2 shots
Yeah.
in. We had a.
Yeah,
Should we take a shot before the reviews? Or...
I had
Dude, I got
My
a
shot.
All
My
right.
bottle is
All
not
right.
at arm's
All
length.
right.
I had
fine.
what you call it from Bosque? Scotia.
Scoush.
Those are good, man.
Stumbling.
See stumbling and fumbling and.
Stumbling.
He's graduated from fumbling. He's stumbling.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh man, I'm so torn on my rating too.
Yeah,
feel like
I have no
can't.
idea.
I don't want to
fucking
go
idea.
first because I don't want to let
I feel
everyone
like
down.
I can go first though.
I don't want to go first either.
All right, I'll go first. I'll
Adrian's
go
going
first.
first.
So, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I can see why this movie is so iconic. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, this movie is like absolutely perfect to get you into the Christmas season. I think what really does it, to just kind of like reiterate what I said earlier, is like just the pressure that you have when you're putting on, like, you know, like if you're hosting a party or if you're going on vacation, like there's this pressure to have a good time. And I feel like some of the slapstick is kind of a physical manifestation on like all of the bad shit that's going on in the back of your head, that you just like have to stay positive and it has to still be good and everything has to go right. And like I think that it does it very well. And the themes in this movie were interesting too. Like, you know, I think largely this was kind of like for the working man, you know, like look at these rich people and how like it was kind of like rich people versus like the working class, which was an interesting theme, and I think something that we're definitely still going through today.
Which is like life or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like life. I mean, it's always going to kind of you're always going to have that. So it's very timeless in that regard. And also, you know, we didn't talk a whole lot about Uncle Eddie's. Is his name Uncle Eddie? What is his name?
Sounds right.
Uncle Eddie's kids. Like there was just those scenes where, especially the daughter, like where I was just like so like sad. Like it put me in my feels way too hard that I wasn't expecting, where I just started thinking like, man, there's like all of these children who like really don't have like a Christmas like celebration, like, you know, like all of us kind of genuinely did. And I think like one message that I would love for people to take away is I've seen this like shared on social media, that like if you're going to get your kids a crazy extravagant gift, say that it's from you, and like the gift that is from Santa should be something like pretty simple, you know, like, because I feel like kids are just like, why did Santa get you an iPad when he got me a pair of socks? You know, like, was I not good enough? And like this movie kind of touched on that, and it was just like kids don't like not all kids have the same opportunities and the same upbringings, and I don't know, it brought in beautiful sad the tinge of sadness as Jackson would say. It brought that all in. The comedy largely landed. I mean, I was laughing throughout the movie. I think the ending felt a little bit rushed. It was just like, oh, we don't have to worry about the bonus because we have family. And it's like, but you get the bonus anyway. And it was like, okay, like, God bless America. Here's the national anthem. Fucking Santa flying through the air, which was great. And,
It's a fucking
um,
comment.
but when some people were saying like, oh, like this movie's so great, like is it Hall of Fame, like Fumbler Hall of Fame worthy? For me, it's not. It's not there. I would say that it's close. I think that like this movie is timeless, and I can watch this movie till the fucking day I die, like for all the rest of my Christmases, and actually genuinely enjoy it. So for me, this movie is an 8.7.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not Hall of Fame.
It's
It's
not
just
Hall of
fucking
Fame.
borderline. Jesus Christ.
But that's not that crazy. It's not. It's definitely not Hall of Fame for me. It's not like 9.0, 9.123. 8.7 is there.
I'm willing to go next to bring us back
I'm
to
also going to go next, but you can go if you want, Jay.
Jesus,
I appreciate
I
it.
don't want to.
Go for it,
do
brother.
shit. I don't want to be. I don't even want to be here right now.
You got a bit, James. Think about it.
I'm just kidding. No, go ahead.
You want me to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Yeah, I love the humor in this one. I liked Chevy Chase's character, even though I've heard on the grapevine that Chevy Chase is an asshole. So I don't know. Take that, how you will. I think that all the things that we've said are true. There is this, and I would extend it even. There is this like, it's for the working class. It shows you the the rich, the whatever, if you want to call it, the power they have over them, whatever. But it also shows you like the poor, right? And they make that as a joke, like, oh, he hasn't had a job in 7 years, which is funny, but like, super true for a lot of people.
Just holding out for that manager position.
Yeah.
Supervisor position.
Yeah. The whole RV thing in itself, like we've seen that happen to people we know, like things like that are real. The pressures of hosting a Christmas, vacation, he said it. Those are real. They did a great job of capturing those things. I think that there was great humor that really got me, which I'll always give a leg up to because that shit is the best. But all in all, yeah, I mean, you guys are like talking about how timeless it is and stuff like that, and I think that that's probably true, but like, and I don't know if we're ready to have this conversation, but like, not everybody in America celebrates Christmas, right? Like, this isn't like a
Yeah.
widespread thing as we all may think that it is, and
That's true.
but for the people that do, like, yeah, this is totally, it hits the nail on the head. It really does a good job of showing the stresses of this thing. It shows the low points, the tinge of sadness. It shows, the things that we wish it could be, like with the pool and the bonus and all that stuff. I thought it was a good movie to watch during this time, and it is funny, and it has those jokes that really made me laugh. For all those things, I can't go into the realm that Adrian did with the score. I have to dial it down to like a 7.4, 7.3.
Ooh, that's low as fuck. Which one? Which
Dial
one?
it
Which one,
down
Jay?
quite a bit.
4 or 3?
I think it's like a 7.4 for me.
Okay. 7.4 out of J. I think Taryn is next.
Yes.
Ready, Taryn?
I have to, before I forget, shout out the funniest fucking thing. I don't remember laughing this hard in a while. When the cop literally just turns 180 on the fucking boss. Remember this?
That was good.
What does he say? He's like, I'll tie you up in a rope, blah blah blah, like all this shit. He just goes off on him because he didn't give them a bonus. That shit was so fucking funny,
Oh,
dude.
God.
The whole like scene where they're fucking crashing through the windows and shit.
Yeah.
That was so
Fucking
great. That was
It's
so
good.
freaking great.
It's good.
That shit murdered me.
I'd beat you with the rubber
Yes,
hose.
that's it.
Yeah.
Man, I beat you with the rubber hose. It's so fucking funny. Like he literally 180s on him. He's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
It's so funny, dude.
that is funny.
This movie made me laugh so much more than I thought, even though I've seen it like relatively recently, like a couple years ago on Christmas or whatever. But like, dude, this movie, you watch it on Christmas. You're never gonna watch this movie not on Christmas. That's such a
Yeah.
weird phenomena of this genre of like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like even like The Grinch, which I would have rather watched. No offense to this movie, you're not gonna watch this not in December, right? That's such a
No.
weird thing to me. I don't know. Just like thinking about that, making a movie for a certain week or so, like is crazy to me. But this movie was so good, dude. The humor hit a lot, like a lot. Like maybe the drinking game helped with that. I'm not totally sure about that. But like, yeah, Clark is hilarious. His faces are so crazy. Like he's just like that famous like screenshot of him like being a fucking
Yeah.
crazy ass fucking person or whatever. It's
Yeah.
he's good. It's good. And like all just like the silly fucking people turning lights on and off while he's trying to like plug in the lights, you know, like all that like shit happening is just so funny to me. This movie nails slapstick. Like I don't know another movie that does it this well, like slapstick
Wow.
wise. There wasn't really, I don't think there's any misses where as it Airplane and Spaceballs and stuff like that like have misses for me. But this movie totally didn't have any of those. I don't know what else to say. This is the most Christmas you can fucking get. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everyone. 8.5.
Nice.
Wow. And still not a higher score than me. Damn. I'm
did
a
you
shill for 8.7.
Oh,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I think like because in my head, which I just want to go on the record really quick of saying that if we did do the Grinch, it would be way higher than this, than my 8 points.
it's the best.
Me too.
Sorry, but yeah, no, this
Y'all
one-
voted. So.
This movie, that movie, it ain't shit to me. Let's go. My review
Yeah,
right now.
same.
Let's
Oh!
go.
coming in hot.
I've got
Hot
the
take.
floor. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Guys. This movie is absolutely cemented in the fabric of time when you think of Christmas movies.
Yes.
Like it is so Christmas, you don't even know it's Christmas anymore.
What?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
How deep is this man?
You don't know what you're
I'm
saying,
fumbling.
but it felt real, you know?
I'm
felt
fumbling.
it.
It felt real. It felt real, and I'm gonna let you guys flat. Where like Taryn says, this movie didn't have any misses. I think Sparky's character just in itself, it just is. Just I don't know, something terribly weird about him fantasizing about a big titty mall chick is something weird.
I am correct.
And-
Stand
and-
corrected.
and-
That shit was weird.
And
You're right.
and for some reason I don't want that to be like the big overwhelmingly cloudy part about my review, but like it's just so strange. And then something about this movie is weird because he's trying to like fucking fap while he's watching outside the window for her. And then the little girl says, "Hey,
Yeah.
I've never even seen Santa Claus before." And he's like, "Oh, well, he tries to save himself," which is that little
Yeah.
tinge, the little
Really
salt.
I
lose
was
them.
really scared for some weird
It's
shit to
that
happen
little,
that day.
it's that little
It was
sprinkle of Christmas sadness,
Tinge.
and it's just I don't know. It's just not enough. It's just not enough for me. I think the comedy was just okay here and there. I think the runtime
Dude,
was
the
a
cat,
little
you
long.
hate cats. That cat died.
I hate cats. I'm
would.
glad the cat died. I just was so happy. No, I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
most of the movies we review are
I'm just
dog
kidding.
guys.
I don't know. It just wasn't funny to me. There was nothing funny about the cat dying. There was nothing funny about the squirrel jumping on somebody's back. That wasn't
It was
funny
on
to
his
me.
back, dude. That was so funny.
I
So
don't
you
know.
don't like animals in movies, huh?
He
I
hates
hate
animals. He has two of them and he
animals.
hates them.
Cleo, tofu.
That's TOS,
No.
bro.
I don't know. I don't know. That stuff wasn't funny to me. Cat lives matter.
Was there anything that you did like?
Um, like I don't know. Like I think the stuff that you brought up with just kind of how realistic this movie is kind of uncomfortable. Like there's some parts that are just like, damn, this is like very extremely real. Like where like you have the aunt with amnesia or like she's like has Alzheimer's and like
Oh,
she just
yeah,
starts thinking
yeah.
like all that stuff is absolutely
Yeah.
fucking brilliant. Like you cannot deny the writing and the vision for those kind of jokes. Like those jokes were probably like they're not controversial in any sense, but like they're like kind of out there. Like they're just kind of weird. Doesn't
For the time.
make sense, right? Like they don't make sense. Yeah, for the time. And like that kind of stuff is like kind of crazy. But I don't know. Other than that, the movie's just like about I don't know, almost nothing for me. Like and I know we delved into these kind of far-reaching topics here. I think Adrian, you boosted my score a little bit. I was going quite low, guys,
Ooh.
and I'm
Wow.
still
Original first.
quite
Original
low.
first.
No,
boy.
I won't.
No?
I
Okay.
won't.
Yeah.
I will not offend the family. 6.8 out of me.
Not even 9. Wow. Not
Not even
nice.
9.
Not nice.
Not gonna copy Jordan's score. She got it. I had to be the lowest. No, not really. 6.9 was the number that I had in my head.
So
Truly.
wait, no, 6.8.
6.8. Sorry.
Okay,
6.8.
I was like,
6.8. Sorry. Yeah.
Fair.
6.8 was
Fair.
the number that I had. Yeah.
all right, yeah, and I feel like especially Alonso calls us out on this, like we rate on a scale kind of thing, and maybe I did that with this. I feel like
so
in
hard
a
to rate, dude.
in a little bit of a way, I feel like I was rating this based on
It's
just
just for
Christmas
fun,
movies
guys.
and not just on movies. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know. But like, I think that's why an 8.7 feels right because it's like an 8.7 Christmas movie because it's like
Yeah.
one of the most like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard because when I
and-
rate movies, I'm like thinking of the entirety of film and its whole history.
You can't do that, dude. You
All the
cannot.
place in the Hall of Fame for me. And I know I can't do it, but I do it every time. I won't lie.
You
I'm
still
gonna
gave
do
it
every
a.
And that's why you
Because you're
give it a
just like
6.8.
running scared exists, and how can I
Like,
rate
Running
it?
Scared
It can't be higher than that.
Running Scared exists.
If I compare this to a
6.8.
perfect creation of humankind,
Does Running Scared have any Christmas themes? Jacqueline, check in the chat.
It
isn't
that
there?
I feel like it
that
does.
could be
You're
that
trolling,
could be
right? It does.
I
Dang,
don't know.
John's calling me
Oh,
out.
there was like
Saying I'm faded.
It was like
I
the
think we're
Jack
all faded.
Skellington type of freaking silhouette thing where it like looked
Yeah,
like
God.
Hansel and
Dude,
Gretel.
this or
Hansel and
something?
Gretel.
Sure.
Is that
When we-
Christmas or that's just a nursery
It's
rhyme?
just-
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
When
It's
we were asked for,
fantastical.
Whatever.
Alonzo about it. That was the only thing I thought of. Was that scene? That scene
Yeah.
is
Really?
so
I thought of the ice
It's
ice
good.
rink.
It's good.
The ice
But-
rink is
Anyway.
next.
Anyway,
Shout out to the
we are-
nastiest food ever in this movie. God damn it.
Oh my god,
The
that was a whole
turkey?
movie in itself, dude.
The turkey
The turkey blew
exploding?
up.
God.
If this looks half as good, or if this tastes half as good as it looks, and just
Yeah.
Just-
That was
so
That was some Dead Alive vibes right there.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
That gross, dude.
I forgot we
or,
did that
the,
movie.
The thing, yeah.
Sure
It was
did.
just, we rated this movie at a collective 7.85.
thanks it,
We would
James.
love to
That
know.
feels
Yeah,
high.
that
That's
feels
high.
high.
Wait,
Wow.
what? What was yours,
That
Jay?
feels high to
7.85.
7.4.
Oh, yours
Yeah, I
was
think-
low as. Oh,
We
wait.
went high. I
All right.
went really high.
James
Anyway,
was the lowest.
I
Damn.
forgot.
I want the lowest. I feel
All
like
right.
mine was
It all
True.
the math adds up.
I mean, this is the
Literally.
Fumbler score stamp of, I don't know.
This is an
stamp.
approval stamp.
7.85 from the Fumblers. We would love to know what you guys thought of this movie, though. And I know this is like such a classic for so many, and for that reason, it's probably a lot higher in your heart. And just let us know.
For that reason,
Shoot,
sorry if we
yeah.
offended you.
Filmfumblers@gmail.com. You can find all of our socials on filmfumblers.com. Be sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Next week, that is going to be January 2nd, 2021, the first movie of the year. We are going to be reviewing Soul.
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar. I mean, it's an animated movie. It's probably going to be on the Hall of Fame. Don't miss it.
Yeah.
We're all
honestly.
being honest
Yeah.
here about how we do things. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I
Happy
mean,
holidays.
yeah, happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas. Thank you for being here for our very last episode of 2020.
It's
Wow.
been
We
a wild year.
appreciate everyone that has been appreciating us and supporting us, our friends and family mostly, sitting here in the chat,
Yeah.
checking us out everywhere.
Yeah.
But cheers to our last episode of 2020.
Goodbye.
It has
Yeah.
been a
2020.
great year.
Suck my ass.
Cheers,
The year
everyone.
before
It's been a
that,
great year,
we
hasn't
did
it?
so many things. I don't know, but
It's been
Cheers.
a good year for the Fumblers. We released the most episodes we ever had, but
We had
Yeah.
a reason to be
Yeah.
consistent. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
we had a
Yeah.
reason to be consistent.
Cheers, brother.
so
So,
we
yeah.
appreciate you guys so much.
Cheers
Yeah,
to that.
cheers. Cheers to 2021. Cheers, guys. Have a
Cheers.
great night. Filmfumblers.com.